Yo, what's up, YouTube? This is your boy Jay from Keeping It Real, your arbiter of gaming news and commentary, hitting you off with a studio production video where you know this is your channel, where all gamers' voices are heard. With your boy Jay, always dropping the word. Keeping them other gaming YouTubers like, what you heard? And where you always know, we always keep it all the way real. So what's up, YouTube? You know what time it is, the place where all gamers' voices are heard, and your boy Jay is dropping that word. What's going on, everybody? Yeah, man, you know I had to do it. Back live in effect. Yeah, man, it's been a long time, but I think it was time for your boy to come out and put my 2 cents in, because man, some of these Xbox guys done lost their damn minds. You know, the fuckery is at a fever pitch at this point, and I think it's time for your boy to drop in here and give a little perspective. Now, I wanted to talk about a bunch of things, man, because as you guys can see, I'm not really dropping regular content anymore like I used to. I want to basically touch on that, the reasons of why and what's going on. And also just some outlooks on, you know, just the future of what's going on. Touch on a lot of these different topics, gaming topics that's going on right now. And, you know, so this is basically going to be a all, you know, gaming discussion about, you know, Xbox, PlayStation, Switch. I'm throwing everything up in there. And, you know, and also just talk about what's been going on with me. So first of all, I just wanted to thank all of, you know, the guys out there who really appreciated my content and who, you know, watched my videos and who was, you know, looking forward to, you know, my content, man. I just want to let you know, I really, you know, appreciate that, that you enjoyed the content. I mean, that's really why I did it. I mean, that's a huge part of it. Because when I looked on YouTube, man, that's what I was looking for. Just somebody was just gonna keep it real. As y'all know, I speak off the cuff, man. I don't write nothing down. I don't need to. I just speak from my heart. I just say what I feel and what I'm thinking, what's going through my mind, and that's just how I do my videos, man. And for me, it's just like if I was sitting here having a conversation with another gamer. That's how I roll, you know, along with doing the gaming news and things of that nature. But that's more or less just like keeping other gamers on point with what's going on. And a lot of times gamers just want to be, you know, they want to be entertained. You know what I mean? Like me, when I watch video, I could just go and read the articles myself too, but a lot of times you just want to be entertained. And also it's always interesting to get other people's thoughts on different things. Maybe they may have thought of things in a way that you didn't, or, you know, things of that nature. So to me, that was always a thing that for me, I wanted to create content where people could just relax, sit back and just enjoy, you know, just hearing about, you know, gaming. And that was a huge thing for me. So I just wanted to say, you know, thank you for those of you who stuck by me, you know, and watched my content. So yeah, man, I seen Liquid, you hit me up, man. I want to answer that. Sorry I didn't really get back to your question, man. And that was to Liquid Metal. Yes, I'm still in the game. I just took a little vacation, man. It's just been a lot of fuckery online, man. In the gaming community is really, you know, at a fever pitch at this point. And I wanted to dig into that. Yeah, now, so I just wanted to, now that that's all said and done, I wanted to go ahead and dig into, you know, the title and the content, what this video is all about. And wanted to ask that question, should Microsoft be more like Sony? And I wanted to go ahead and dig into that, man, because I think it's a very important discussion where I'm seeing a lot of Xbox guys just losing their goddamn minds, man, over little stupid things, man. And I wanted to talk about the Sony effect, that I see is taking hold in the gaming community just overall, man. And at the basis of this effect, it's basically where a narrative is created that is so strong, it sucks up all the oxygen in the room. Where if you're not about that narrative, you're looked at as, oh, you're not with it. It's the same as if you had 10 friends and 9 of them was involved in something that you personally wasn't about. You would feel the pressure that, okay, you're kind of like an outcast, or what's wrong with you, or you would feel like, well, damn, I guess now should I try to be more like these 9 other friends, because I guess me being an individual and being who I am and what I'm about is not really respected or cared for, so fuck it, I guess I gotta be like them. And it's a strong social and philosophical drive to just feel, I guess you need to be like whatever those 9 friends are. Whatever they're saying and they're about, I guess I need to be about. And I feel like that is at the foundation of this narrative that's created with Sony. And I'm gonna explain that more, because it's kind of strange. If you think about it, you think about Nintendo. If you look at Nintendo from the standpoint of, they've never tried to be anything else but Nintendo. And we've complained about this and that about Nintendo, about them not, when it comes to just getting themselves up to the graphical quality of what the other competitors are, they've just been inapt to do it, or just downright defiant to do it. However, how well has that worked out for them? Think about it. Nintendo has been around for longer than all these motherfuckers. They've been around for longer than Sony in regards to gaming, and longer than Microsoft in regards to gaming, right? And they're still thriving. How? Because they stayed to the core values and principles of what they are as a platform, and never diverted from that. And guess what? They have a market and an audience that is receptive to that is fans of that, and that's perfectly fine. Okay, so you think about Nintendo always has been Nintendo. And for what they do, they got a market for it. Everything works just fine, right? On them just being themselves and being Nintendo. And, though it may have its critics, like everything in the world has critics, it still thrives because it still remains to be true to itself, and that's perfectly fine. And we don't really knock it for that, right? We know Nintendo's Nintendo, and that's all perfectly fine. Now let's look at Sony. Now, when you look at Sony, great. We see Sony and what they've done throughout the generations of gaming, as a powerful platform that has provided us with, great games, both in the past and in the present. God of War is about to hit. We're excited. Hey, I've been a serious critic of how they announce games out so early, but you could look at that both ways, because there's many people that say, hey, I want to be excited about what they have to offer, and that's a great thing. Even if it, might be 5 years out, I still like to know, right? And that's Sony. That's how they do it. If you really look at them from a perspective of exclusives, they have their hit exclusives come out every so few years. Look how long it took to get Uncharted out. Look how long now it's taking to get the generation's almost over, and they're finally getting the God of War out. But it's going to be a good quality game, and people are excited for it, right? That's how they do it. It takes them a hell of a long time, but hey, greatness awaits. You're going to wait and wait and wait and wait, but the game is going to come, and they deliver, right? Great. So they're not so big on multiplayers and not so big on network, and reliable fast networks. But hey, they do have their strong points, and they're good with it. They're the first to come out with a VR unit, even though I would say it's a lot too early and really is not refined to what it really needs to. They come out with their Pro, and I don't think it was up to snuff. But hey, regardless of any of those critics, they're still doing their thing and making their way, right? And they're uniquely Sony, and no one really, whether you criticize that or not, they still gonna be them, and that's perfectly fine. Now, when you go to Microsoft, when it comes to now, and when I say everything's gonna be fine, I'm talking about especially the fans of that of the platform. You don't see fans of the platform trying to be Nintendo, right? You don't see fans of Sony trying to be Nintendo, and you don't see Nintendo fans trying to be Sony platform. It's perfectly fine. So, when you look at the fans of these platforms, you don't see them arguing or complaining about, well, why aren't they the other platform? No, when you look at most Nintendo guys, they're perfectly fine with their Switch and Zelda and what they got. They're happy with it. When you look at Sony guys, they're perfectly okay with what they got, with what Sony has to offer on their platform, regardless of whatever criticisms they may be, right? Because that's uniquely Sony. But when we move over to Microsoft, all of a sudden, oh shit, when it comes to Microsoft, well, why don't we have this? Why aren't we, when we announcing games 5-6 years out? Well, why aren't we, God of War, oh, damn, man. Why don't we have more single player games? I want a single player game. Well, why don't we have this? Why don't we have that? Like, you think about it. Like, this is going to be some critical shit, but I got to keep it real. Some of these Xbox guys are more crybabies than fucking some of the Sony guys. At least you get with the Sony guys, they keep faith in their games, regardless of whatever it is. They just keep faith in it, and they at least are optimistic about it. You got some of these Xbox guys tripping over themselves, man, to try to be something they're not. Fuck, dog. Microsoft is not Sony. I mean, you can ask the question, should they be? And my answer would be, hell nah. Why the fuck that's the whole point of a market. Okay, it's what I go back to saying about Coca-Cola and Pepsi. Dog, you might not be into Pepsi. You might be more Coca-Cola, or vice versa. But that's what a market is, bruh. It's a market. That's the reason why it's a market, because it embodies both of those, and there's going to be people on both ends of the spectrum, right? So, but it wouldn't be a market if you didn't have that diversity to make it a market, and you would need both for either one to survive, right? You still need Coca-Cola for Pepsi to survive, and vice versa. That's what makes them both great. It wouldn't be as great if one could monopolize the whole thing, right? So it's crazy to me to see Xbox guys sitting here whining and complaining about what it's like. There's so many great things that Microsoft is providing right now, and I feel like that is overshadowed and overlooked because you got these motherfuckers whining about trying to be Sony. Like, think about it. Like, Microsoft has done so many wonderful things for the fans, man. So many wonderful things for consumers. And some of these guys, all they can sit here and whine and bitch about is, why can't they be more like Sony? Sure, let Microsoft go ahead and be more anti-consumer. Don't want to do crossplay. Don't want to do backwards compatibility, right? And just forget all of that. Think about this. Think about if Sony did this. If Microsoft did this. Microsoft said, you know what, fuck it. We're not. Do you know how much money, effort, and time they had to put into making a platform that would be inclusive and would be pro-consumer, allowing cross-play, allowing, hey, you could play even on your computer. Hey, to make sure you can still keep playing with your friends. Hey, we're gonna make a Netflix for your games. You know, hey, we're gonna bring you your own platform mixer where you could be your, you know, on, you know, you can stream your own games. So many different things. We're gonna even bring our exclusives to this new Netflix for games. So you could just, with your $10 subscription for every month, you can play brand new exclusives. I mean, it's so many things that they're doing. The X, oh my God, the X, the most powerful console ever freaking created, the greatest console, in my opinion, ever created. You know, think about if they took away all of that and just made 2 best exclusives you've ever seen Microsoft ever do. You got to ask yourself, which one would you want? Would you want 2 best exclusives Microsoft has ever produced, or any gaming, or and up there with any great exclusive of the past and even the present? Or would you want all the great, or would you want the X, the Game Pass, Mixer, you know, updates to your UI, you know what I mean? Like, you know, the S. Think about it. Think about that. 2 exclusives, 2 great exclusives, the greatest exclusive that's undeniable, that is critically acclaimed, or all the great things that Microsoft has done to improve their platform overall, and backwards compatibility. You will be taking away backwards compatibility, you'll be taking away all those things just for 2 great ass exclusives. Which one would you want? I don't know about you, but I would want all the great things that comes with the platform, all the backwards compatibility, all the pro consumer things, and get the good exclusives that are coming. And think about this, and be able to look forward to, now that I have a platform that's literally virtually perfect when it just comes to all the great things and the diverse things it has to offer for me. Now I can look forward to, okay, at least giving them the benefit of the doubt. If they put all this money and this effort and this investment to all these things, give them the benefit of the doubt that what I'm going to see at this year's E3 is going to blow my mind, because that's exactly what they said they were going to do. So far, they've been keeping up with what they said they were going to do. Phil, from the start, has said they need to get their platform in order, and once they do that, it's just going to be raining games, going to be all about the games. Let's give them, with what they've done so far, they have not been lying to us. They've been straight up. So why not they get the benefit of the doubt to see, okay, what this E3 is going to bring us. It's just right around the fucking corner. But instead of just giving that type of faith and discretion to say, you know what, we're going to see what they have to offer and calm the fuck down, see what they got. No, all you get is crying. Oh, well, we don't have a single player game like that. It just blows my mind, dude. I just gotta, oh my God. It's just like, you got guys shitting on Sea of Thieves, and, you know, before they even really played through the game. And, you know, it's just, and I understand. I'll tell you straight up, Sea of Thieves is not, I've said that from the beginning. I don't care how stellar it was. And even though I think the graphics is freaking beautiful in that game, the water effects are beautiful, I just think the world is beautiful. And obviously it's one of those type of games that it's gonna develop and grow over time. So you just need to calm the fuck down. Other games like that gets a pass, but when it comes to any Microsoft exclusives, they get no understanding, no pass on that. Obviously it's gonna need more content. You know, that's how those games roll when it comes to those games coming out. But Microsoft never gets that same understanding like Nintendo and Sony. Nintendo and Sony are free to be who they are as a unique platform. But when it comes to Microsoft, you got these stupid Xbox guys who just can't get it that, okay, that's what makes Microsoft unique. Microsoft is not Sony. Microsoft is not Nintendo. They're their own unique platform, and that's a good thing, because there's no other platforms that got a Netflix for your games, okay, where their exclusives on there. There's no other platform that got the most powerful and best console that makes your backwards compatible games better than what they originally were. No other platform's doing that. So do Microsoft get the respect for that? Get the oh wow, look what Microsoft is doing? No, all they get is, well, why can't they be more like Sony? And there lies the major issue with some of these, Xbox guys in the gaming community right now. It's like, especially the ones who has channels, and they're on their channels, they're saying this really ridiculous and stupid and pathetic shit, where they just can't appreciate what they have and be thankful of what that is, and look at that as, well, that's the unique things that Microsoft brings to the table that is not in any other platform. Instead, they're too busy looking at the other and what they got, and and they wonder why they're not on par with Phil. Phil's content with what he has. Microsoft knows what they got, and they're content with it. That's why they can congratulate Sony with God of War. They have no problem doing it, because they know what they about to bring to the table this E3. They know what they've done when it comes to the Xbox platform. They've rejuvenated it. They revitalized it. And they've, at this point, mastered it. They are engineering the gaming market in ways that it has never seen before. And that should be celebrated and respected. But instead, you get these guys, that just can't see what's right in front of their face and can't appreciate it. And it's really a damn shame. It really is. That Phil have to explain himself. That there's even criticism that, whoa, well, why would he congratulate Sony? Why not? Because unlike Sony, he's confident in what they have to offer and what they're doing. You ever see Yoshida congratulating Microsoft on anything? Of course not. Because to them, everything has to, they're not good sports. They don't respect any other platform. Maybe a Japanese platform like Nintendo, but that's not Microsoft. Microsoft is not you got to understand, Phil's a gamer, so he can appreciate games for what it is. You think Yoshida's a real gamer and can appreciate games for what they are as being games? Of course not. And Phil is not that. Phil's an actual gamer, so he can appreciate games, and I'm sure he's going to play God of War because he's just like us. So, to expect Phil to turn into just a corporate suit that all he cares about is to make it his bottom line, that's what you want Phil to be. You think about what you're asking for when you're wondering why is Phil, why are they not more like Sony, more like Yoshida? Basically, you're asking for Microsoft to be just a empty suit that all they care about is their bottom line, and they spit on any of their competition. That's what you want? Take your ass to Sony if that's what you want, and be happy with it. But don't sit there and try to degrade what Microsoft is as being, good sportsmanship and actually respecting other platforms. Don't try to degrade Microsoft. If you want to go to Sony with that, and you believe that Microsoft, a company should just be, poor sports and just be butthurt about stuff and just be, mad and trying to do everything they do to destroy the competition, you go ahead and go to Sony with that shit. But that's not what Microsoft is doing. That's not who they are. They're confident and strong in what they are, and so much so that they can appreciate other platforms and respect them. So, yeah, man, that's going to be pretty much my video on that, man. All I'm saying here is this: calm down, man. Wait to E3 and just enjoy your games, man. Whatever platform you're playing on, enjoy your games. Stop bickering and whining and crying about stupid things that really, at the end of the day, don't really even matter. All that matters is whether if you enjoyed the game, play them and enjoy the hell out of them, because that's the whole point of gaming. And if you keep that more in mind, you'll have a lot less stress and a lot more fun. So, yeah, man, that's my build for today. I appreciate all of you guys hung in there and, checking out my content. I'm going to be trying to put out some more regular content from this point on. So, you know, be looking out for that. But until the next time. This is Jay. I'm always keeping it real, and I'm gone.